Leaders, welcome back to my channel. This is the AC Marriott Hotel here at Ogle, and this is one of what, 3 or 4 new hotels that are being built here in Guyana. Now remember, the Marriott Hotel in Georgetown at Kingston was built about what, 6 years ago now. If you go back to the initial videos that I published, you'll see I had followed the development of the Georgetown Marriott Hotel, and you'll see various stages of development until it's completed, and then I did some videos inside. Now this is the AC Marriott here at Ogle Airport, and the last video, that is sometime last month, I showed you what was happening at Teddy Jegan International Airport at Timeri. That's the Courtyard Marriott. So this is the 3rd Marriott hotel that's being built. There's other hotels, for example the Best Western, I showed you that one is being built in Georgetown on Robb Street, at the corner of Robb and Ornock Streets. And in the previous video that I just posted, this is the bypass road, Ogle bypass road. It goes all the way to Timeri via the East Bank bypass road, now Heroes Highway, right where it's connected to, where it connects to this road down at the interchange. That is the Peters Hall Mandela Avenue interchange. But here, right next to this bypass road, is the AC Marriott. So the last time we were here, they hadn't actually covered this section of the canal with material, but now, as you can see, they have covered this section of the canal with material, and we can get closer to construction around the airport. Let's see how close we can get. I'm probably going to have to walk around this culvert that is being built. So last time we were here, this culvert was still being constructed. It backfilled with sand. Now you can actually walk over it. Right, this is a culvert that's covering the waterway. And what you can see from here, this is the AC Marriott. There's lots of people working on the ground there. Just notice the workmen waving at me, so I'm going to get a little closer, see what's going on. So these guys are actually building the hotel, the Marriott Hotel. Doing some cement work. These guys are mixing cement and installing blocks and panels for the walls of the Marriott Hotel. This section, I think, has been added recently. Seems like a dining hall area, and these are the rooms of the hotel. It's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors. I can count 5 floors, maybe more. 5-story tall. As you can see, they've actually constructed the walls. Right, the out on this section. But they're making progress. As you can see, they're making significant progress on the construction of the AC Marriott Hotel. This is the furthest I've seen the project since we've started tracking the development, the construction of the Marriott. And at the beginning we were wondering, well, where were they going to place the entrance? It seems as if this is going to be the entrance, this is going to be the reception area. So right next door, right next to the bypass road, that is the Oval Bypass Road, this large 4-lane highway, or 6-lane highway, I guess, actually when it's done, is going to be the entrance. There's going to have to be a kind of exit to get into the entrance of the Marriott Hotel. And as you can see down the line, this road continues south. They've begun to lay the asphalt, well, not the asphalt, but the bricks. They've begun to lay chipstones on the foundation of the sand foundation of the road. You can see beside the road there's a detour. Cars are using that to get, I guess, all the way down to the East Bank bypass. Right, if you keep going about 5 miles south of here, you'll eventually run into the East Bank bypass, but it seems as if this is going to be the entrance of the Marriott Hotel, AC Marriott Hotel. So this is the side of the hotel that's facing east, and it looks as if this is the side that is going to be the entrance, in which case it's very similar to the Marriott Hotel in Kingston, Georgetown Marriott Hotel. So in terms of development, again, this is not a political argument. There are a lot of people who want to credit their political party with the development in Guyana, and in the last video I said political parties come and political parties go, but Guyana, the Guyanese people, remain the same. And the reason is that I can tell you a lot of this development is directly related to the oil and gas industry, and the reason why I started this channel was to show you how the oil and gas industry is changing Guyana. In other words, if you listen to some of the public relations meetings that was conducted by ExxonMobil, those meetings that were conducted by ExxonMobil, one of the things that they said is that the impact of oil and gas in Guyana was going to be on transportation and infrastructure. And they had specifically highlighted ports, seaports, airports, and ground transportation. And we can see now, 7 years after I started making these videos, that this is what has come to fruition. And building these hotels, regardless of which political party takes credit, these hotels are only possible because of the development brought on by the oil and gas industry. Right, so that's the context of what we're discussing in this channel. That is the development of Guyana as a result of the oil and gas industry, showing you, particularly people who live outside Guyana, how things are changing. Now, people who live in Guyana are also following these videos and commenting on the changes in Guyana. Of course, this channel is also for Guyanese citizens to observe changes that are happening outside of their local communities, because a lot of Guyanese don't necessarily travel around the country and see these changes for themselves. But I'm bringing you a regular update so that you can understand how rapidly the country is changing, both if you live in Guyana and if you live abroad. Another misconception people have about this channel is that, I keep referring to the US and Canada. The reason why I do that is because the majority of viewers on this channel are from the US and Canada. That is about 60% of the people who view this channel are from the US and Canada. I promised to do a video on the analytics, channel analytics and so on, but I can tell you from the analytics, from the data that Google shares with me, with this channel, is that more than 60% of the people who watch this channel live in the US and Canada. That is why I make reference, regularly make reference to the US and Canada for comparison, because I lived in both the US and Canada, and I can actually make a comparison so that people can look out their windows or even drive around their communities in the US and Canada and have an idea of what I'm talking about in Guyana, because there are things here that are happening that are in some ways very similar to what already exists in the US and Canada. That's another building that's being constructed here. Last one over here, that was nearly a frame of a building. I don't know if it's an office building or a residential building. We'll get more information on that as it gets completed. But yeah, this is a channel chronicling, covering the changes, developments in Guyana. And this is the AC Marriott Hotel here at Ogle, giving you the latest development in the construction of the AC Marriott at Ogle, and how in fact this is tied, discussing how this is tied to the oil and gas industry, development of the oil and gas industry, growth of the economy, and not necessarily to some political party. There are various political parties and politicians want to take credit for growth so that they can use that in their political campaigns and so on. But this is not politics. This is a channel that discusses economics in Guyana and how the economy is changing in the fastest growing country in the world. And that is happening because of the influx of capital from the oil and gas industry. Right? Without the oil and gas industry, none of this will be possible. And I've actually had other videos where I discussed why it's necessary to have an oil industry, in spite of the fact that, you know, it contradicts the environmental goals or global environmental goals to cut down on global warming and so on. And that has to do with the fact that there's no way for Guyana to prepare for global warming without the money that it gets from the oil and gas industry. And a lot of people still don't understand that, but then I don't really need to explain that. I actually just stated this is why we have an oil industry in Guyana, because we need money to prepare for global warming. So that's some of the context, guys. That's what's happening here at Ogle AC Marriott Hotel and the Ogle Bypass Road, the development of the Ogle Bypass Road. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. In future videos, I promise to cover what's happening at the new headquarters. They've actually built a new headquarters for ExxonMobil. That building, I think, was recently opened or should be opened shortly. I'll probably try to get as close to it as possible so I can give you a look at it. It's a massive complex that ExxonMobil has built in Guyana, and we're going to discuss some of the financials of ExxonMobil in future videos. That's what's up. That's what's happening here. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening here at Ogle with the AC Marriott Hotel in the fastest growing country, fastest growing economy in the world, Guyana. Later!